Yes, right, Bob, we're going to put some headgear on so we can do some super light technical sparring, yeah? And keep it nice and chilled, nice and chilled. Ready? Talking about headgear, head guards. For combat sports, I had a request for a video from a subscriber asking me on my thoughts. Now, just like you see on the intro there, that is one of the reasons straight away why I'm not the biggest fan of head guards, and I personally try not to wear them, but I do occasionally, which I'll get to towards the end of this video, the reasons why you might want to be and why you should be wearing them. But most of the time I feel like you don't, and like I said, one of the reasons why, as soon as you put a head guard on, people feel it's an excuse to go harder because your head's protected, whereas proven it doesn't actually protect the brain from shaking. So what does it protect? Straight away, if you're wearing headgear and you've had a heavy sparring session to when you're not wearing headgear, you can actually feel your forehead is bruised. So when you're wearing headgear, it stops the actual bruising that you can get when you're doing your sparring. As well, because as you can see, you've got different types of headgear. This hasn't got the bar across the face. This one does have the bar across the face. It's meant to protect your nose as well, where admittedly, sorry, but this one is actually a little bit flawed. Maybe because I don't have it tight enough, but I still feel that it still pushes against the nose, which of course if you get a heavy enough shot, it could end up breaking your nose. Another reason why I don't like them, just what we were saying about this one not fitting properly, is it's hard to get headgears to fit comfortably. Maybe I've got a funny shaped head or something, I don't know. But I always find they never fit quite comfortably. If you get hit too much, they can end up moving and restricting your vision. Another reason why I don't like headgear is because I feel like it does restrict your vision. So, other than stopping bruising, and should say stopping cuts, there's not a lot of reasons why I like headgear. Like I said, one of the main reasons is stopping cuts. Now, that is also another reason why I would sometimes wear one. Not to necessarily stop cuts, because I feel like you shouldn't be sparring hard enough to get cut. I know accidents happen, like head collisions and stuff like that. But if you've already got a cut, and say you've got a fight coming up and you need to be sparring, then it might be worth wearing a head guard to help prevent you getting cut. Now, if you're doing sparring without headgear on, one of the things that you can do, which surprisingly I don't really find a lot of people talking about, is put on Vaseline before you're sparring. Just put a bit of Vaseline on your eyebrows, a little bit on your nose and on your cheeks, just before you spar, and that can help anything sliding off, even sometimes headbutts. Not guaranteed, but it can help you not picking up cuts. Back to another reason why I might want to wear headgear if I was doing a specific sparring drill. Say I had a fight, or one of my students had a fight coming up where we desperately wanted to shoot for a takedown, or on the flip side, we was fighting someone we knew was going to shoot him for takedowns, and we might be looking to land strikes as they shoot in, maybe land a knee or land some uppercuts if they try and shoot in. Then maybe we might put on head guards, make sure they're wearing knee pads, just in case as they do shoot in heavily, if they do get caught with that knee, the head guard should protect, and as well the knee pad should protect. But it should always be controlled. This is the main thing I want to take away for today with the headgear, is when you're doing your sparring, you've got to try and pick your sparring partners carefully, or it's got to be well controlled with a good coach, making sure people know how to spar to begin with and they're not just swinging wild, and they're going to look after their training partners. Like a good saying, if you break your toys, then you've got nothing to play with anymore. So you don't want to break your sparring partners, so you can continue playing, sparring and getting better. So that's the main thing, like I say, I want to take away from this, being controlled. That way you shouldn't have to wear headguard. Yes, accidents are always going to happen, but you shouldn't necessarily have to wear them. I don't like wearing them. Like I said, I feel like it blocks your vision, it doesn't necessarily stop concussions, and I feel like it's an excuse for people to go harder. So I did go over one reason why I might wear one if I have a cut, or if I'm doing a specific, maybe more of a dangerous drill. Maybe if we're practicing elbows for the first time, if I've got a fighter coming up with elbows and it's his first time doing it, maybe I might wear headgear to protect myself and also make sure he has elbow pads on as well. But the main reason, which I haven't covered yet, which you should definitely be wearing headgear, is if you've got a fight coming up, whatever it is, boxing, kickboxing, MMA, I don't think they wear them ever in MMA, but let's just say you're an MMA fighter and you go into a boxing match, so you're trying to sharpen your skills elsewhere. If you've got a fight coming up where you have to use head guards for the fight, then you need to get used to wearing them. You should definitely wear a good few rounds of sparring wearing head guard to get that feel and get that comfortableness with wearing them. The last thing you want to do is turn up to the fight, you have to put a head guard on and it don't feel comfortable. Everything feels a little bit different. Your head feels bigger, it feels like you take more shots, your vision's slightly blurred because you can't see out of the outer corners as easy. Again, if you've got one of these with the bar, if it's hard when you're looking down towards their feet, or if I tilt my head looking up, it's harder to sometimes see, so it can definitely restrict your vision. So if you've got an amateur fight coming up where you've got to wear head guards, then in that scenario, I would definitely spar using head guards. But say to your sparring partner, if you've seen this video, you don't necessarily have to try on this video to watch all of this, but just say to them, like, I want to keep it controlled still. Just because you both got head guards on, don't use it as an excuse to go absolutely wild. If you do decide that you want to have a heavy spar, say you've been out the ring for a long time and you've got a fight coming up and you do want to get that feel for a heavy spar, even if it's a fight where you don't have to wear head guards, then for the risks of getting a cut or a broken nose, then maybe I would say head guards are an option, as long as you realise it's not going to help with a concussion. So if you are doing it, maybe make sure you only do the set amount of rounds you do. Don't do a full hour of the hard, heavy sparring. There's no need for it. Just do the set rounds you're doing and just do hard sparring for them set rounds. I hope this has been some sort of value to anyone. If it has, smash that thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and if you want some more MMA tips, check out this video over here.